application?
That broke.
Call order a meeting for the normal town council for Monday, October 2nd, 2023. Please call the roll.
Mayor Kus?
Here.
Mrs. Lorenz?
Here.
Ms. Harris? Mr. Byers?
Here.
Ms. Smith?
Here.
Mr. Preston?
Here.
Mr. McCarthy?
Here.
We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. We have no public commenters at the beginning of the meeting. We have one at the end of the meeting. We move to the omnibus agenda items that would be considered with a single vote unless a council member would like to pull an item for discussion. Ms. Smith?
Item D as in dog.
Thank you. I'd like to pull item B as in Bravo.
Move approval.
Second.
Few items on the, considered on the omnibus agenda are approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of September 18th, 2023, resolution to accept water treatment plant chemical bids from November 2023 through October 2024, a resolution approving a license agreement for the Ecology Action Center at 202 West College Avenue, a resolution accepting bids and authorizing the purchase of three 2024 Ford F-250 4x4 pickup trucks from Bob Riding's Fleet Sales in the amount of $176,979 and an associated budget adjustment. A resolution conditionally approving the final plat for the Weldon Reserve Subdivision First Edition. An ordinance authorizing the sale of town property at 1210 South Adelaide Street. Please call the roll.
Mrs. Lorenz?
Aye.
Mr. Byers?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Preston?
Aye.
Mr. McCarthy?
Aye.
Mayor Kus?
Aye. Those items are approved. Item B is a report to receive and file town of normal expenditures for payment as of September 27th, 2023. Ms. Loren.
So moved, please.
Second.
Loren?
Thank you. Just an item that I thought was interesting. Ms. Reese and I had an exchange earlier and wanted to bring it to light. Item, it is on page 2 of the bills, page 13 of the PDF. An item under CDM, Children's Discovery Museum, to Illinois Art Station. Could you explain what that is?
Sure. That particular bill references a $10,150 payment to the Illinois Art Station. Basically, that's reflecting a collaborative arrangement between the museum and the art station in regard to programming for art-related programs at the museum. We were having difficulty staffing that, so we decided to partner with the art experts. And so Illinois Art Station is providing the staff for the programming, and we're reimbursing them accordingly since we are not hiring the staff to do.
Okay. And it indicates it's payment 1 of, or do we know future, or do we just anticipate there'll be future?
I think it's I don't know the details of that. I believe it's as programs occur.
Okay.
But
So there would be others, and we'll know what those are.
right.
Okay.
And we'll explore this. It's a pilot.
Mhm.
We'll evaluate this as we move forward and see how it works.
Okay, great. Thank you. That's all.
Further on this item? Please call the roll.
Mr. Byers?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Preston?
Aye.
Mr. McCarthy?
Aye.
Mrs. Lorenz?
Aye.
Mayor Kus?
Aye. That item is approved. Item D is a resolution accepting the proposal and authorizing the execution of a work order-based contract with J. Spencer Construction for general contractor services for projects identified in the town of Normal Historic Property Preservation Work Order Program.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Smith.
In the accompanying paperwork, it went through the history of what the town of Normal has pursued in an effort to get this specific work done for these historic properties. And it identified the RFQ, request for qualification, was pursued without success, and a request for proposal did not meet success, and it explained that this was a third option. And if I could have the city manager just clarify what the specifics are of the process used to make the selection this time, and because we actually got 2 quotes on it this time.
Right. Technically, we did issue a request for proposals, but it's a little bit different process in terms of the proposals we were seeking. Because we were unsuccessful, as you identified and as identified in the council report, we've been unsuccessful in the bidding process and a previous proposal experience. So this project is to complete some work at Sprague's Service Station, the Hewitt House, and Broadview Mansion, all historic preservation work that has been planned and budgeted. What we chose to do this time, and we did it one other time recently this year on another project, but was to issue a request for proposals where the respondents would indicate in detail how they would do the work, and the work would provide much detail in terms of the work that they could perform on a time and material basis not to exceed a certain amount. They would identify the tasks, the material, how they would get the work done, which we refer to as kind of needs and methods on how they would perform the work. And we identified the work that we would like to get accomplished through this process. The work includes selective demolition, masonry infill, tuck pointing, roof and soffit repairs, and window and siding repairs and improvements. So with the 2 proposals received, the architect working with our team indicated that one of the proposals was responsive and did meet all the details of the request for proposals. They have vetted this proposal and the contractor and are recommending J. Spencer Construction for the work.
So because we are working under budget, you feel that we're addressing the priority items going into winter and to prevent any further decay of these structures?
Yes, that's our plan, for sure. We would like to get this work done, and we've been working, the facilities management team has been working hard to find solutions to get as much work done as possible within the constraints of the budget.
Thank you.
Further on this item. Ms. Loren.
One item on this, and I'm glad we're finding a way to move forward with it. We have a budget of 300,000. Do we see needing to budget for the future for additional work? Because unfortunately, 300,000 might not go very far with this type of work. So what's your thoughts on that?
The architect team and facilities and energy management director are confident that we'll get the work done that we need to get done. And I'm sure, our work in terms of preserving our historic properties is never complete. So I'm sure we'll come back with you, to you during the budget cycle for future years in terms of future investment that needs to occur. But for now, we're confident moving forward with at least Sprague, Service Station, Hewitt House, and Broadview Mansion and getting work done.
With that budget line item, with that
Yes.
amount? Okay, great. Thank you.
Please call the roll.
Ms. Smith,
Aye.
Mr. Preston,
Aye.
Mr. McCarthy,
Aye.
Mrs. Lorenz,
Aye.
Mr. Byers,
Aye.
Mayor Kus.
Aye. We have no general orders or new business tonight, so we'll go to public comment. Our speaker tonight, one person, is Ryan Whitehouse.
St. Jude, and I serve on the Central and Southern Illinois and Iowa Board of St. Jude, the ALSAC, the fundraising arm of St. Jude. And this is Megan Fitzgerald, staff from our Peoria office that works for St. Jude. We are here to show our appreciation for what the town of Normal did for the kids of St. Jude, for our community, and for the patients and families of St. Jude on Saturday, September 23rd. On Saturday, September 23rd, we participated in a nationwide walk-run. We had one of those events here in Bloomington Normal. It was a nationwide thing this month. Bloomington Normal is unique because we also have a half marathon, a 10K, and a 5K associated with that. Over 600 participants came out that day and participated, started at Illinois Wesleyan, and ran through the streets of Bloomington Normal and the Constitution Trail. I want to thank this council and thank your staffs for making that possible for us. Your first responders, your police were there to make sure that our runners were safe crossing the streets. Your first responders, police, and paramedics were there in case we had an emergency for people. And everything ran smoothly. And according to Megan, which did all the work, I just get to be here and speak to you. Everything ran smoothly, and your staff was there and answered everything that we asked from them. So on behalf of that, I want to thank that. I do want to say a few more things, though, since I have the opportunity here to talk about that. St. Jude's mission, if you're not aware of St. Jude's mission, it is our goal to make sure that no child ever dies of cancer. And what we do is we raise funds across this country to make sure that's possible. And when a child is at St. Jude, the child or family do not receive a bill for either medical, for travel, for food, or housing while they're at St. Jude. And we're very fortunate because we have the affiliate here in Peoria, Illinois, that also has those services. And all the protocols that St. Jude does is shared freely across the world to make sure that we can eradicate childhood cancer. We had a big goal this year, but typical Bloomington Normal fashion, they stood up and they met that goal. We succeeded. We passed our goal by over $50,000. This year, we raised, as of this morning, $292,874.80 for the kids of St. Jude. And it's because of the work of your staff and your community and the support of your council that we were successful in that. And I do have to say this while I'm here. I want to make sure that we support the sponsors and the businesses of this community that showed up in support of that. Clemens Insurance was our presenting sponsor. The Bloomington Normal Audiology, Trach Orthodontics, Illinois Farm Bureau, AFNI, IBEW Local 197, Four Seasons, Martin's Home Furniture, Wood, Devarney, Armstrong, Huska, Farmers Mutual, Alta Equipment, Ferrero, and all the people in the community. So on behalf of, again, St. Jude and a citizen of this community, I think it was resources well spent, and we appreciate your support.
Thank you. Before taking a motion for adjournment, are there concerns? Ms. Smith and Mr. McCarthy? Gillespie?
Three things. First of all, Haunted Trail is looking for volunteers. I received something in my emails, and you might have if you're on a distribution list for the town's Parks and Rec Department. But if you did not, don't feel like they are neglecting you, but just go onto the website for Parks and Rec if you're interested in exploring your inner monster. On a more serious note, this is the 33rd anniversary of the passage of the American with Disabilities Act. And like Mr. Whitehouse, I wanted to extend a thank you to our wonderful community and all the service organizations that provide support to these citizens. And just a partial list: Special Olympics, LifeSil, Lifelong Access, formerly Mark First, Connect Mobility does an awesome job, Penguin Project, and Seedling Theater, just to name a few. And lastly, another service opportunity, Bloomington VA Clinic is offering flu shots beginning tomorrow until the 13th to veterans enrolled in their health care. And veterans wanting to take advantage of this are reminded to bring your current veteran ID card and call the number if you need help getting things set up. But it will be set up for drive-through so it can go as quickly as possible. Thank you.
Mr. McCarthy?
Just a couple of quick thank yous. It's been a busy time in our community the last few weekends. If you've been out and about, there's been more going on than you probably had the opportunity to get to. But just wanted to thank staff and a shout out. We had a very busy Sugar Creek Arts Festival this past weekend, and I know Parks and Rec and CDM and a lot of folks were out there put in a lot of effort to make it a great, very smooth event this year. Although it seemed light to me, I was told that the numbers were great, and I talked to several vendors, and that they just raved about the foot traffic and the sales, and were very appreciative of the opportunity. So thanks to the staff for that. Also, we had the Worldwide Day of Play right before this, and there's a few of us that participate to help volunteer, but one of the busiest worldwide days of play as well. There's over 300, almost 310 kids that went through the bike rodeo and got helmets fitted and bike lights and got the opportunity to learn about bike safety. And so really appreciate all the staff involved, all the departments that put in the late hours, wrapping those up. The elves of something that you call them, I forget. But we really appreciate and you show how much our town administration cares about the community. So thank you.
Motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second. Please call the roll.
Mr. Preston?
Aye.
Mr. McCarthy?
Aye.
Mrs. Lorenz?
Aye.
Mr. Byers?
Aye.
Ms. Smith?
Aye.
Mayor Kus?
Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.